to be whether it's English or not. There it comes, the condition is for only for English, right, sir?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it doesn't match.
So this is incorrect. What about option B?
Correct.
It's
Correct.
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 This is correct. What about C?
Incorrect.
Incorrect. Reason?
Because x dot pages should be greater than a, then only we can find maximum.
Yeah.
Page mid
This
less
is
than.
again incorrect.
Incorrect.
Last one, same incorrect,
Last.
right?
It's correct.
Incorrect.
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 There
So
are two
option
mistakes.
B is the correct one.
Correct one.
Okay, let's move to next question. Question is similar to previous one. We have to. Do you have any question? Okay. So now we are using a scores dataset, and again some part of the pseudocode is missing, and we are given what A is trying to capture, and based on that we have to evaluate the options and pick the correct one. So A is basically capturing the second highest marks in mathematics. Okay, and one more variable is given, max, and it holds the value of the highest marks in mathematics. Okay, so which one do you think is the correct one? So option A, is it correct?
Third option. Option C.
Option C. If maths marks is less than maximum and greater than it. Okay. Why is option A incorrect?
So that holds the largest marks, maximum marks.
Yeah. What about the next one?
It will never give an
No value will be stored in
answer.
it.
Third one is the correct one, and last we are just comparing with max and then changing the value of A itself. So this is again incorrect. Okay, so here we are using the words table or words dataset, and we are again given a procedure, and in the procedure some part of the code is missing. We have to find that part. So let is short verb be a procedure to find whether the word in the row X is a verb with letter count at most 5. So we have to check whether the word is verb or not, and then we have to check that the letter count is at max 5 or not. Okay, so two conditions. Option A, is it correct or incorrect?
Incorrect, sir.
Incorrect.
It's not checking the letter
Incorrect, sir.
count.
This we are not evaluating in option A, so that is incorrect. What about option B?
Incorrect.
Sir.
Incorrect, sir. Written
Incorrect,
false.
Written is false, sir.
Written is false, sir.
This should be true, right? For this one. So this one is again incorrect. Option D is also incorrect. What about option C?
True, sir.
Incorrect.
True.
Correct, sir.
Correct or incorrect?
Correct one, sir.
Correct.
Correct, sir.
Correct, sir.
Incorrect. Sir, is this meeting recorded?
Okay.
That is incorrect, sir. There are statement is there. Both of them.
Incorrect.
This meeting is getting streamed on YouTube, so you can watch it later if you want.
Sir, could
Okay.
you share the link in the chat? Actually,
Can someone please share it?
Well, I think it is given in the calendar itself.
no,
Okay,
it's not.
then you can.
It's showing the 7 month ago chat, not the present one.
Okay. give me one sec. Okay. Let me share it.
Where I posted in chat.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so option C, it's incorrect. Why? Because we have an OR here and we want AND
Thank you, sir.
operator, right? So this one is again incorrect. What about the last one?
Correct, sir.
This one is correct. Okay. Question 6. So this pseudocode is again getting executed on Word's dataset. We have a variable x defined over here. It's initialized over here. And this pseudocode is doing something. We have to decode that, and based on that, we have to pick the options. So let's see. We initialize two variables, I and b is equal to 2. Then we are iterating over the letters of the current word. Okay. If the ith letter of x dot word is a vowel, we are saying that b is equal to false. And I we are incrementing, and if this is the case, then we are incrementing a. So what is a representing? Anyone?
So could you please explain 11th and 12th statement?
Sir, and C answers a number of words without vowels.
1 second. So it is saying if b is true, okay, then we will do a is equal to a plus 1. Okay. So line number 11 is this. I hope this makes that clear.
Okay, so if like if anything is written like this, so it would mean that whatever the value that we have initialized before in the initialization time, that would be same as in the line 11, right?
We are switching the value of b over here, right? So it could be true, it could be false. If it is true, then we will do this. Otherwise, we won't do a is equal to a plus 1.
Okay, sir.
Got it? Okay. So now what is a representing? Someone said, I
C
think,
option, number of vowels with number of
option C. Why? Because here, as you can see in line number 6, we are checking whether the ith letter or some letter, because we are checking all the letters in the current word. So if some letter is a vowel, then we are switching the flag to false. We are switching the value of b to false. And once b becomes false, we won't execute this part, right? So whatever a is storing, it's negation of this particular line. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
If not, you can ask. Option C is the correct one.
Sir, can you explain again?
Okay. See, first of all, we are executing on the words dataset, right? So we will pick one card or one word. Say the word is maybe apple. Okay. I'll just take this. Now, for apple, we are initializing these two variables. I is equal to 1 and b is equal to 2. Okay. These are the two variables we have initialized. Now over here, we are iterating over all the letters, right? So first we will pick A. We will check whether A is a vowel or not. It is. So we will switch. B became false, right? And now we are incrementing I. So I will become 2. And now we have a new value for B, which is false. And then we will check because of this, we will check P. Okay. We will again check whether P is vowel or not. And based on that, we will switch. So since B is already false and P is not a vowel, we don't need to switch this part. Line number 7 won't be executed for P. Again, for this one, it won't be executed. For L, it won't be executed. Then for E, it will be executed. But since we already have B is equal to false, we will again do B is equal to false itself. Okay. And for that case, we won't increment A. But suppose we take some other word, XYZ maybe, and we iterated over this. So first we will check this letter. Okay. It's not a vowel. Okay. So B was initially true. I is 1. So I'll just say B is equal to 2. I is equal to 1. Now I'm checking for X. So X is not a variable. So B will remain same. We won't execute line number 7, right? This won't be executed and B will remain the same. Now we are incrementing I. So I becomes 2. Okay. Now we will explore. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, my question is that if we replace as we initialized B to true, and if we initialize B to false, and then we have taken that after if we have found the vowel, then we change the B to true. So the answer would be, I guess, at least one vowel, right?
Yeah, at least one.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, similarly, you can proceed further, and at last you will see that B is true and I has value 4, right?
Yes, sir.
At that time, this thing, line number 5 will give false and you will come out of the loop. Then you will execute this. You will see whether B is true or not. Currently, B is true, so we will increment A. When did we increment? Someone's mic is on. Can you turn it off? Okay. Okay. So
In a what I understood is in a word, if there is a vowel, then B will become false, right, sir?
yeah. If there is a vowel, it will become false. So that means option C is correct, right?
Yes, sir. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Now question 7. Now we are again using the library dataset, and we have some pseudocode given. A is capturing the number of books which are published after 2010 or have less than the average number of pages. Okay, 2 conditions are there. So here should be greater than 210 or have less average number of books. Okay, so I'll just say average. Now we have one variable again, average, and that is holding the value of the average number of pages of the book in the data set. So this is defined, and there are 2 conditions, this one and this one. But as you can see in the options, we have to figure out or check whether there are some incorrect lines or not. So we will go through each line one by one and check whether the statements are correct or not. So first we are initializing A, that is correct. We are iterating over the data set. Now we have initialized a variable C. Okay.
டிஸ்கஸ் பண்றாங்க என்னன்னு பார்த்து அது முடிஞ்சிரும்.
Can you mute yourself? Someone's mic is on again.
அது பழசுதான் இருக்குது குட்டி.
Okay, so C we have initialized as false, and then we are checking whether x dot year is greater than 210 or not. So this is the first condition that we are checking, and based on that we are switching the flag to true. Okay, Now we are again checking whether average is greater than, x dot page is greater than average or not. Okay, and based on that, we are again switching the flag. And if C is true, then we are saying that A is equal to 1. And then we are moving that particular row to next table. Okay, so do you guys think there is any wrong line which we should
Line
Yeah.
8, sir.
line A, because the condition was this and it's doing the opposite thing? Any other line?
Yes, sir.
Line number 12.
Line
Why?
8.
Line number
Line
12.
8 is there. Yeah, line
Line
8 is
first
incorrect.
Line 8, sir. Me.
Line 12 also. Sir.
Line 12 by?
A plus 1.
We have to increment.
Yeah,
It is
we
a
have to
sign.
increment, but we are not incrementing. So line number 8 and 12. All the other lines look fine. So
Line 8, line 12.
line 8 and 12. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, question number 8. Again, we are using library dataset, and we have a variable defined over here, and over here we can see that some part of the code is missing, so we have to figure out that. So let's see what is set to true if and only if there is a pair of books with same genre and same year of publication. Okay, two conditions. So if suppose there are two books, X and Y, and they share the same genre. Okay. Then we will switch. Sorry, there are two conditions. This is the first condition, and then we have one more condition. That is X dot. I'm just writing Y dot Y equal to. So if both conditions are getting satisfied, only then we can say that A is true, right? Otherwise, A is false. Okay. Now we are saying that A is false initially, and then we are starting to iterate over the data set. So this particular path until over here, line number 4, we'll pick the first card. We picked one card, and from line number 5 onwards, we will compare it with next cards. So X is picked over here, and then we are picking Y. Okay. And then we are doing the comparison, and based on that, we will switch the value of A. So option A, is it correct or incorrect?
No.
Incorrect.
Why?
No, sir.
Because there is
Because it
or,
has
but we
or.
have to find an.
Or condition.
Okay.
Illiya.
What about option B? True.
Correct.
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 Sir.
This one is
Kind
the
of.
correct one. Option C?
No, sir.
Incorrect.
No, sir.
Correct.
Option C is correct. Someone is saying correct.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Option C is incorrect. Okay. What about option D?
Incorrect.
It's also
Incorrect.
incorrect. Incorrect, sir.
Only this one is correct, or all the others are incorrect?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Question number 9. Again, we are using the library dataset, and we have two variables now, A and B. And we are doing some operations, and at the end, we have to tell what A and B represent. So we are initializing A and B over here. And now for this one, tell me what A will represent first. Go through the code and tell me what A will represent.
A will represent maximum a book which has maximum number of pages.
Okay, A will represent book which has maximum number of pages. Okay, what will B represent?
B will represent the books which have maximum number of pages.
You are saying B will represent the book.
Yes, and A will represent the maximum number of pages.
Here we have defined both as some integer value.
B
And
will
here
represent the count.
you have to take
Count
care
of-
of data type as well, right? Keep the data type in mind as well. Okay, so option A, is it the correct one or incorrect one?
Incorrect.
Okay. What about option B?
Correct.
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 This is the correct one because here we are counting the number of books with maximum number of pages, and A is basically representing the maximum number of pages. So option B is the correct one. What about option C?
Incorrect.
Incorrect. Okay.
So once again explain it.
Maximum number of pages across all books. Option D is also incorrect. So yeah. Now this one, for this one we are using words dataset, and again we have a pseudocode given over here along with a procedure, and we have to keep track of variable C, what is happening with it, and at the end what we will check. So for these type of questions, always try to first understand the procedure. So what is happening in the procedure? What is happening in the procedure? Once you get that, then start exploring what is happening in the pseudocode. Okay. So let's first see what is happening in the procedure. Get something, and here we are saying that A is equal to 0. So we are initializing A, and then we are iterating over the rows. So we are picking two things, X and Y. Two things are getting picked. If X dot letter count is not equal to Y dot letter count, and X dot part of speech is equal to Y dot part of speech, then we are implementing A. Okay, so two conditions are there, and then
Yes.
we are moving the cards and all, and then we are returning it. So what will A represent? What is A? In this procedure, what we will return at the end? What is A?
Number of pairs of word with the same parts of a speech and different letter count.
Yeah, correct. So this line is what you are looking for. Letter count should be different and part of speech should be same. Okay.
Same. Yes, sir.
Now we will explore this part. So we are iterating over the table, and if X dot word ends with a full stop, then we are doing this. Okay. So what C will represent?
Number of words in a sentence which have different letter count but same part of speech.
Correct. Is this clear? How we are getting that?
Hello? Hello? Am I audible?
Any doubt in this? Yes, yes, you are audible.
Can you explain the question number 9 once again?
Question number 9. Let's finish this one and then we'll check that. Okay.
Sir, could you repeat this one?
Yeah, sure. Okay, is the procedure clear? What is happening in this one? We are
Yes,
basically,
sir.
as you can see, we are doing 2 times iteration, and in the first iteration we are picking variable X. Then the second iteration we are picking variable Y. So 2 things we are picking. Okay, and since it's the words data set, so 2 words we are picking. Is it clear? Now in line number 18, I won't write, I will just underline. In line number 18, we are checking whether the letter count of X and Y are equal or not. Okay, so as per the condition, they shouldn't be equal, and the part of speech of both the words should be equal. If both conditions are getting satisfied, only then we are incrementing A. Okay. So A is
Yes,
clear.
sir.
What is A?
Yes, sir.
And finally, this procedure is returning A at the end. Okay. Now this one. So we initialized a variable C, and now we are moving the words from table 1 to table 2. Okay. So let's say we have 4 words. Okay. And after that, we have a full stop. Okay. Now, for the first word, we will do this and move the first word to table 2. Okay. So this first word is moved to table 2. Since this part is not true for the first word, so we will just move it to table 2 and do nothing. Okay. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the second word. Same thing, because second word is also not ending with the full stop. So we will just move it to table 2 and leave it as it is. Same three for the third one. Now for the fourth one, we moved it to table 2, and now this particular line evaluates to true, right? Now
Yes, sir.
since this is getting evaluated to true, you have to do the internal things as well. Now internal things are saying C is equal to C plus the procedure that we have. Okay. And in this procedure, as you can see, we are passing table 2. So whatever we have in table 2 currently, we are just passing that. Okay. And now you have to do the comparison in this one only. And what comparison you have to do? You have to do this. Okay.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Now it is what will it return? Number of pairs of words with same
Which do
part
not
of
have,
its
with same part of speech and which do
different
not
letter
have
counts.
equal letter of count.
Yeah. In different sentence or same sentence? We had a full stop condition, so same sentence, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So which one? Option C or option D?
Option D.
Option D. Here it is saying same for both part of speech and letter count. So that is incorrect. Is it clear? Any doubt in question number 10?
No, sir.
No,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, so let's quickly discuss 9 again and then we will proceed to 11. So what's the doubt first? Someone was asking question number 9 again. So what is your doubt?
So question number, line number 9 is kept 1.
Yeah, okay. So see what we are doing over here. So this condition x dot pages greater than a is equal to x dot pages. What this does? What this does? Have you seen this kind of pattern? When do we use
Yes, sir.
this?
It will update the value.
Yeah, it is updating the value, but after completing the iteration, what will a hold?
Maximum
This,
number of pages.
yeah, this pattern we use for maximum, and if you use smaller than, then that is for minimum. Okay, so this is for maximum. Suppose till here, okay, you had some value, maybe a was 5, and this was the maximum. Okay, now you got a new book. Library data set was related to book, right?
Yes.
I guess. Yeah. So x dot pages. Suppose you got a new book, and in that book the pages are maybe 90. Okay. So based on this condition, what you will do? You will say. Someone's mic is again on. Can you please turn it off? Now A will become 19, right? Now, since you have updated the value of A, now you have to calculate the number of books. B is keeping track of number of books with maximum marks, maximum number of pages, right? So previously B had some value. You need to reinitialize it, right? Now there are two options: B is equal to 0 or B is equal to 1. Which one will you pick?
B equals to 1.
Why?
There's one book.
There is at least one book that you have currently seen, and based on that, you are updating the value. So that's why B is equal to 1. Is it clear?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Now, question number 11. Again, we are using library dataset. Let A be an author who had written a book in the library dataset, and B be a positive integer value. What does the procedure do? Something come. Okay. So there are two parameters, A and B. A is an author, okay, and B is positive, some positive integer. We don't know much about B, so B is some positive integer. Now we have two internal variables, C and D. C is initialized to 1900 and D is 2022. Now we are iterating over the data set, and we are saying if author is equal to A and year is greater than C, then C is equal to the year of current book, okay? And if year is less than D, then we are saying that year is, D is equal to the current year in the book. Now we have one more condition. Once we are done with this particular iteration, then we have one condition. If C minus D greater than equal to B, then we are returning true, otherwise we are returning false. Okay. So first of all, is the pseudocode clear, or is the procedure clear? What is trying to do, what it is trying to do?
Can you repeat it?
Yeah. So first of all, A is some author, okay? We are passing some author name. B is some positive number. We don't know much about B, so it is just a positive integer. Now we have C. C from the conditions below, you will see that C is basically 1900, and that is year, okay? And D is 2022, okay? Now we are comparing whether the author is A or not, okay? If the author is A, then we are evaluating these things. We are saying that x dot year, that the year of the current book, is greater than C or not. If that is the case, suppose we have a book which is maybe dated in 1953, okay? So x dot year is 1953. I'll just say x dot y. And when we compare line number 6, that is if x dot year greater than C, it will evaluate to true. So we will update the value of C. C will become what? Is it clear?
Yes.
We will this. And what will happen to D?
If it's less than 2022, so suppose book was written in 2020, so it will record 2020.
I have already given the
Okay,
date,
so
right?
yeah, it's 1953.
Okay. Now over here we are saying if C minus D greater than equal to B, then we will return true, otherwise we will return false. So this particular iteration we did just for single book, right? Sorry. This particular
So
iteration
B is not
until
given,
here.
na?
What is not given?
B
B is not given.
greater than
But
B.
like when we call this procedure, we will pass A and B. Okay. So you can assume it is given, but for the current context of the procedure, it is not given. Outside, it is given.
So the procedure is saying that the book is written between 1900 to 222 between these 2 years.
1900 to 2022.
I
Why do you
2000.
why do you think so?
So because
How
they've
did you
said
conclude
if
that?
X year is greater than C, so X year greater than C means after 1900, and then they have said if X year less than D, which means like less than 2022. So between these 2 years, I guess.
Okay. What about line number 15, 16, and 17?
D is equals to X year. Okay. I haven't read them. Sorry.
No, it is. So can you check that now and tell me what do you think?
If the book is written after 1900, then we will like uh, replace that 1900 with that year after, like, if the year X year is greater than 1900.
Okay, at the end, what C and D will represent? What will C be and what will D be?
Recently written book, like C maybe.
C, yeah, correct. What about D?
D maybe. Oh, I don't know, I'm confused about D.
C will be the first book.
First as in?
Very earliest book.
Yeah. Okay, so is this clear? So what will C minus D give? C is the latest book. D is the earliest, right? Or the oldest book. So what will C minus D give?
The difference of the
Year
year
in the
between.
field, sir.
The year between his first book and the last book, like the gap.
Yeah, correct. Now we have a variable B. So can you tell me what will like when will be return true? Now check this line number 15 and tell me when will we return true.
When C will be greater than D.
When it's a positive integer, C is greater
Yeah,
than B.
that is fine. But in terms of options, like the way
Like
options are written,
when the author have a latest has released a latest public book. Like suppose the author has written a latest public book on 2020, and it previously it was written last book he wrote in 1970, so it will return true then.
so it is basically saying that if the difference between their latest and earliest book or oldest book is at least B years, then we will return true. Otherwise, we will return false. Is it clear?
If the difference is at least, what you said, like the at least difference should be of.
So, what was C?
C is the latest book, like the year of the latest book.
Okay, I'll just write latest. What is D?
D
Oh,
is the year of the book he has written, like the earliest, the first book, I guess we can say.
yeah.
First book year.
Okay, first book. Now we are saying C minus D. That means this is the difference between these 2 years, right? So the difference between his first book and his
Last book.
last book. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Last as in the latest one. Now, if that is greater than equal to B, so at least B, okay, then we will return true. Otherwise, we will return false. Is it clear?
Yes. I thought that you said some numerical value for B, but it wasn't written in the
Yeah,
question.
yeah,
That is why I asked.
it is some numerical value, no? But we
There
don't
is
know
a
that
specific
value.
value given for B, like it wasn't in the, I thought you said that like, greater than equal to 3 or something. Like I missed
No,
it.
no, 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 no. I said B. Okay. Option A, is it correct or incorrect?
Correct.
Correct?
Incorrect, sir. Incorrect.
Incorrect.
It is saying second. Okay. What about option B?
Correct, sir.
It is correct, sir.
Correct.
The last book of was
B is correct,
published
I
as
guess.
this one. Okay. What about C?
Incorrect.
This one is also incorrect because again it is comparing
Second
with the
last one.
second last. What about D?
False.
Okay.
Yeah.
So option B is the correct one. All the others are incorrect. I hope this is clear. If you have any doubt, you can ask now.
No, sir.
Okay, so we again have a pseudocode, and based on the options, we can see that there is some mistake in the pseudocode, and we have to find that. First of all, this pseudocode is getting executed on course dataset. There is a variable A, and it is capturing the number of female students who are above average in at least one subject. Okay. Then we have three variables M, P, and C. They are holding the average marks of the subject. So M is average marks of mathematics, E is average marks of physics and chemistry. Okay. So is A clear? What is happening with A? What we are trying to capture in A?
Yes, sir.
So A is basically capturing the number of female students who are above average in at least one subject. Okay. So this there are two conditions basically. First condition is
Female student.
gender should be F.
Female.
Okay. And there is one more condition. Just write and it is their marks. So I'll just say X dot mathematics marks should be greater than at least above average. It's saying above average. So
Average mathematics.
it will be this. Okay. Now X dot E greater than this. X dot C greater than C. There is some mistake in this. Can anyone point out? Have I missed something in these two conditions?
I think.
Is it or and? You have written or.
Else is written
This is
two
all.
times.
I've written all.
Yeah.
It should be or because in the question they have asked at least one subject.
Could you repeat that again? I didn't get you.
In the
See, or.
question, they asked
At least
at
one
least one
subject, so
subject.
it should be or.
Okay. So this is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Let's go through the pseudocode then. So here we are initializing A. So that is correct. Now,
And in line 5, it shouldn't be A is equal to 1. It should be, you should increment it.
okay. So line 5 is incorrect. Let's
Yes.
first go through this one. What is happening with the procedure? So in the procedure, we are saying that gender should be false, sorry, female. So that is correct. And then we are comparing maths marks with C1. So for that, you need to check this, how we are passing the value. So as you can see, the first parameter is X, the second one is M, third one is P, and fourth one is C. So C1 is basically representing what? M. Okay. In the procedure, C1 is representing M, C2 is representing P, and C3 is representing C. So you have to take note of this and keep this in mind while evaluating. So in line number 11, we are saying y dot mathematics marks is greater than C1. Okay. This one, right?
Yes.
Then we have and for this one, and then we have and for with this one. So these are the three things. So is this correct?
No, sir.
This should be or, right? So line number 11 is also incorrect. We are returning true, or else we are returning false, and then we have over here false. So these parts are connected. So if fails, then we will directly move to else and return false. That
Return
means
false.
if gender is not equal to female, then we will just return false. Okay, so that is correct. So line 5 and 11. Any other line?
Sir, apart from this, can you please tell, like, for at least condition, and we are having three options, like in this question only, we are having three condition, like the X math is greater than C1 and all that. For at least one, if we have to choose, how we will use and or condition in this. Like this and shows that we will have to achieve more than average marks in every subject. But for
Correct.
at least one subject, how we will depict it?
If you have this or this or this is at least one. You are
So the
saying
else is
at least one, not exactly one, right? At least
Yes,
one.
at least.
So when you are saying at least one, it could be 1, 2, or 3, right?
What if they ask,
Yes.
like, in case of like exactly one, then what would be the condition?
In that case, you have to check for exactly one. You can't directly do this, right? You will have one variable, and maybe instead of just giving true false, you will calculate basically the number of uh, greater than conditions. Like suppose if this is there, then you will maybe have some count variable. I'll just maybe write C. So initially you will initialize it to 0. Then you will check for math. If math is greater than that, then you will increment C. You will do for physics. This kind of question you might have seen in, I think, your GA. Then you
So
will
like
do
they
if,
will be given in different if conditions.
yeah, 3 if conditions, and in those 3 if conditions, if either or all of them evaluate to true, based on that, you will just increment the value of C, and at the end, you will do if C is equal to what? You are
Like if
checking for exactly
count is
one.
equals to one, for at least one, then we will say, yeah, it's
Not for
true.
at least one. This is exactly. This
Okay.
is for exactly, right?
Okay. Like, so you're saying that we can't depict that at least one subject we will have to get more than average in just one row, like they have given in this 11th line, right?
For at least you can do. For at least you can do. This is the condition that we are using. This is for exactly. So if you have to check whether there is just exactly one subject in which they are satisfying this particular condition, maths greater than average maths, physics greater than average physics, and chemistry greater than average chemistry. If you have to check that, then you need to keep a variable, track the number like this, c is equal to 1, 2, or 3, And at the end, you will do this. C is equal to 1. Got it? So there are two things. I'll just write it cleanly once. So for at least one condition, you have to do x dot m. Okay. So this is for at least one. This you can write in a single statement, right? And for the exactly one case, you can
And
say
we will substitute and in place of or, right?
for exactly
Like
one.
X maths is greater than maths, and X physics is not greater than X physics, and X chemistry is not greater than chemistry. Like that?
Not like that. If you have to check at least, exactly one, then it could be this, this, or this, right? Any of these could be true. Just one. Like if this is true, other two should be false, right? If this one is true, then these two should be false, right?
Yes.
Now you will check this, and if this is the case, you will increment this particular variable. This will be some c is equal to c plus 1 kind of thing. Okay. Again, you will do the same thing for physics. C is equal to, again, c plus 1. Okay. And similarly, you will do for chemistry as well. Okay. Similarly, you will do for chemistry as well. And based on that, you will have some count value. And at the end, you will have one if condition again. And you will do if C is equal to this. This is checking exactly one or not. So if this condition evaluates to true, then you will return true. Otherwise, you will return false.
Okay,
Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now we will move to. Okay, first of all, which are the correct options for this one? Line number 5, I guess, for this one, and line number 11, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, multiple return function, that is correct. Option E is correct. We check that.
Why line number 5?
Line number 5 is assignment, right? We need increment.
Acha, okay.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, can you
Yeah.
please scroll back to the question? Like in that only the first else condition, we can say that if the student is not female, the else condition, then it is false. Then what is the use of second else condition in line 16 or what it is 18? I guess it is 18th line. The else in 18th line.
Okay. So here you are saying if gender is equal to female, right?
Yes.
But you also need to check, that gender is male or not. Okay. So for that case, we will need to evaluate this, and based on that, we are returning false. So if gender is male, then this particular line number 10, will evaluate to false. So since you see, we have the return statements inside if condition, right? If this statement evaluates to false, we won't execute these lines. Line number 12 and 15, we won't execute. But since this is a procedure, it needs to return something, right?
Yes.
So to return something, we have to add.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
One thing you can argue is, which is also done in practice during programming. So you don't need the else condition over here. You can just say return false. So that will work. because if you go in this branch, you will already return true. If you go in this branch, you will return false. So from the else part, you are already returning two things. It won't like it won't just execute and return nothing. So this part is sorted. And if this if condition becomes false, if it evaluates to false, then you will come to line number 18 and it can just return this. You don't need else condition in that thing. So that is generally done in programming, but for now you can just remember this pattern and how things are working. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Line number question number 30. Now again we have words data set, and we have a variable a, and it captures the number of sentences with at least two nouns that have at most two vowels. Okay, so a is captures the number of sentences with at least two nouns, so number of nouns should be at least two, and both nouns, so all the nouns must have number of vowels at most. This is at most. Okay, so these are the two things, and this one is multiple select, so we might have multiple correct options. So A and C we have initialized, then we are checking part of speech, and then we have count vowels of x less than equal to 2, and based on that we are incrementing C. Okay, so first of all, let's see the procedure whether it's correct or not. So I is equal to 1, B is 0, and we are iterating over all the letters. And if the current letter is a vowel, we are incrementing B and we are incrementing I, and then we are returning B. Okay, so what do you think? Is the procedure doing the correct thing, or do we have any error in this?
I think the I condition, like 21st line, maybe
Line number 21.
there's
Line
something
number
wrong with that
21.
line.
It should be incremented outside the while loop.
Yeah, it should be after line number 22 and before line number 23. Correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So line number 21 is incorrect. I'll just write it over here. Once we fix that, then this looks correct. This also looks correct. If x dot word ends with a full stop, and this is the thing, then we are incrementing a, and then we are changing c to 0. Is it correct or incorrect?
Line number 10.
What is the issue with that one?
I think C is equal to 0, A plus 1 increment.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
I think C is increment the value.
C should increment. Why?
I think C should reinitialize in after line number 11.
Line number 11. Line number 10 should be after line number 11. Is that what you are saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Okay. What is the reasoning for that? Why do you think so?
So we need to check the number of words with nouns, and the vowel count is at most 2 after every sentence. I mean, in every sentence, and we are just reinitializing C when we are finding that that type of sentence. Otherwise, we are not reinitializing the C again for each and every sentences. so that it needs to be reinitialized after 11 for the if condition in the seventh line.
Okay, so what you are trying to say is basically C is for every sentence, right? And since in line number 7 we are checking that the word is ending with a full stop, so the sentence ends here. Okay, once the sentence ends, we need to reinitialize C so that it
Yes,
tracks the new sentence now.
Yes, sir.
Correct. It's need to be reinitialized for every sentence.
Yeah, correct.
Only line number 8 seems to be wrong.
Line number 8.
Yes.
Okay, what is the issue with that one?
Because so far you are considering if the part of speech is noun and the vowel count is at most 2, then you are incrementing the count. So
Correct.
if the part of speech like the word ends with full stop,
Yeah.
okay, then you should reinitialize the count. Okay, and you should consider a plus like whatever the count it is. Capture the count. But here, if the she is less than greater than equal to 2, does not make any sense.
We had this way condition. It's written over here.
The option line number 21 is incorrect because it will be outside the bracket.
Yeah, that we already discussed, right?
Okay.
Line number 21 is incorrect, and
I was not there in the same.
okay, no issue. And we also said that
Okay. Got it.
line 10 should be after line 11. Okay, so write that. Okay.
Yes, 10 can be after the bracket is
Curly
closed.
after the curly braces is closed. Yeah.
Outside the inner if block.
Could you explain it?
See, here A is representing number of sentences. For number of sentences, what we need to do? We
At
need
least
to.
2 nouns with 2 vowels in each noun.
Yeah, that is correct. But to check whether
The number of
sentence.
sentence.
Yeah, to check the number, to check whether a word is ending the sentence or not. So in the data set, we had full stop, right? With each word that was ending the sentence, we had a full stop. So we are checking in line number 7, we are checking whether there is full stop or not. If that is the case, then we are checking this particular condition. Okay. And based on that, we are incrementing it. Now, what C was doing, C was keeping track of current sentence. Okay, and how many sentences are doing this thing? In the current sentence, whether this thing is getting satisfied or not. Okay, and how many words are satisfying this particular condition in the particular sentence. Now, once the sentence ends, based on line number 7, we need to reinitialize C so that it starts tracking the next sentence, right?
Yeah.
So to do that, we are moving C outside this. Okay. Otherwise, it will reinitialize only when the previous sentence had this condition and greater than equal to 2. We don't
I
want
have a
that.
question, sir.
Yeah.
In line number 7, you are checking whether the word ends with a full stop or not. So we are checking whether it ends with a full stop, means we are checking whether the sentence is getting end with that word or not. So in that, when the sentence is ending, then we should reinitialize C to 0. Otherwise, C will be like that same on the sentence. Means on the sentence, on a sentence, C should be initialized to 0 one time only, not
Okay.
for each
Where
word,
are
I
you?
think.
In which line you want to move C is equal to 0?
No, I want to keep C at the line it was.
8.
No. In line number 10, I want to keep C.
If you do that, then you are keeping this intact, no? So suppose you have a sentence. Let me first write two things. These are the current answers we are agreeing with. So you are saying C should be over here. And first of all, what C is trying to track? What C is capturing? Can you tell me?
She's capturing the, I think it is the calculating whether the number of nouns with at most two vowels in a word.
Yeah, C is capturing the number of nouns with at least, at most two vowels. Is it clear? In a
Yeah.
sentence.
Yeah.
Now, for each sentence, we have to reinitialize C. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If that is the case, suppose we have a sentence maybe of 4 words. Okay. And two of them are no. Okay. This one is the ending. So for this one, C will be 2 at the end of the execution.
Yeah.
Right? Like once we finish this part, C will be 2. And
Okay.
now we will check line number 7. It will say that yes, the word ends with full stop.
Yeah.
So go to next line. We are checking C is equal to 2 or not. We are checking C is greater than equal to 2 or not. It will evaluate to true. So we will increment it. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Now we are reinitializing C. Okay. For the next sentence. This is clear?
Yeah.
Now suppose we have another sentence in the data set. And there are 5 words in it. Okay. And only one of that is a noun. Okay.
Okay.
Now what will C become for this one?
1.
It will be 1. Okay. Now we will again evaluate line number 7. It will say true. Right?
Okay, sir, I got it, because in that sentence, in the next sentence, since there is one noun, therefore C equal to 1. So it cannot satisfy the equation if C greater than or equal to 2 or not. So therefore, if it is not satisfied, then it would not go into the if statement, and the C will not be initialized to 0. You are telling that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other doubt related to this question? Okay. So this is the last question that we have. Again, we are using this course dataset, and we have a variable C, and it is capturing the number of pairs of students who have the same date of birth or the same city town but different gender. Okay. So 3 things we have to evaluate. DOB should be same, and the city or town could be same. There is an OR condition, and then different gender. Okay. Now we have some part of pseudocode given over here, and some part of it is missing. We have to, based on the thing that we are trying to track in C, we have to fill out the missing code. Option A, is it correct or incorrect?
Correct, sir.
Not correct, sir.
It's someone is saying it correct, someone is saying incorrect.
Sir, in
Which
this
one?
question, like gender being different is an like necessary condition. Different gender,
Yeah. There are 2 things.
and we have.
This
please
is the
take-
first thing. This is the second thing.
Like say, same city town and different gender are the compulsory one. They both should be together.
First option seems to be correct.
Okay.
No, sir. I think first option is wrong.
Incorrect. Actually, if this type of case found that the date of birth is same and also it satisfies the second case, then we will implement C2
Right.
times for each one student. So it will not be correct.
Correct. Option A is incorrect. Any
Yes, sir.
doubt in this one? Okay. What about option B?
It's correct because after the first step, it's checking else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have else, and that will only evaluate when this condition is false. So this looks correct. But I think this one is an MSQ. Yeah, this one is an MSQ. So we might have multiple correct options. What about option C?
It's wrong because the whole thing will work as and. So
Yeah.
it'll be wrong.
What about the last one?
It'll
It's
work
correct.
because we have an or.
Yeah, I already showed this in the system stem. So it's the correct one. Option D and option B are the correct one. Other than that, all the options are incorrect. Okay, so that's all for the session.
I have a doubt in July 2024, question number
July 2024. Can you share your screen?
okay, let me share my screen.
Yeah.
So till that, can you tell me that from the given two condition, which like we have 2 is equals to 2 and we have 2 equals to 2. Between these two, which condition is correct? Like true.
2 is equal to 2 is correct because there we are evaluating, right? We are checking whether that condition is true or not. And 2 is equal to 2 is incorrect because there we are trying to assign. And assignment is only for capable.
Okay.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, assignment is only for variables, right? And both sides are integers, so you can do that.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
The following pseudocode is executed using the words table. At the end of the execution, count stores number of pairs of words such that both words have either the same letter count or both end with a full stop. Pair of words, both words have either the same letter count or end with a full stop.
I have chosen these two.
Same letter count. Part of a speech filter is there. Okay, so 2 filters are already there. Okay, scroll to the options. If x dot letter is equal to this x dot word and y dot word. Okay, looks reasonable to me. First option looks reasonable to me. Second, if this is this. Can you scroll up a bit to the question stem? Yeah. Okay, this has the same issue that we discussed just now. Scroll to the first option. There you are incrementing count twice.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it.
Same thing, right?
Got it.
Okay. Any other doubt?
No.
Okay, then I'll close the session and all the
Sir,
best for
excuse
your.
me, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, I have doubt in practice assignment week 3, question number 5.
If you have opened it in your screen, can you just share your screen and we can discuss quickly?
Okay, sir. Wait.
Otherwise, I'll have to pull it.
Sir, I am not able to share my screen.
Okay. Second. Okay, let me pull up the question. Which week was it?
Sir, week 3, practice assignment.
Okay. Three practice assignment. Question number?
Sir,
Am I audible?
question number 5.
Okay.
Yes,
The
sir.
following pseudocode is executed using the sports dataset. Assume that the variable A holds the average physics mark. What will be the values of these at the end of the execution? Okay.
Yes, sir. This question.
Okay, what's your doubt in this one?
Sir, question number 6 and question number 7. Yes, sir.
Okay. Count B and count. So were you able to solve question number 5? This one?
No, sir.
So what's your doubt?
Sir, I don't understand this question. How do I solve?
Okay. So there are 4 variables given. Okay. Average P holds the average physics marks, and count A, count B, count C, and there is one more, count D. There are some more variables which are defined over here. Okay. So if
Yes.
you see, average P is given as 73, and it stores average physics mark. Okay. And based on average P, we are calculating 2 more variables, mid 2 and mid 1. What is mid 2? 1.25 into
Average P.
average P is 73. So you will calculate this and you will get mid 2.
94.
Similarly,
93.75.
yeah, whichever value you get. And then you will do the same thing for mid 1. Okay.
Okay.
So you will get these values. Then you have the 4 variables initialized over here. Now you are iterating over the cards. Okay.
Okay.
If the gender is female, then you will check x dot physics for that particular student is greater than equal to
Mid 2.
mid 2 or not. Okay. If that is the case, you will increment A. If it is between mid 2 and average P, you will keep it in B. Between average P and mid 1, you will keep it in C. And below this, you will keep it in D. You are basically creating 4 bins, right? And
Okay.
all bins will just contain female students. Okay. Since you have the female filter over here. So all the bins will contain female students. In the first bin, this one, you will keep all the female students whose marks is greater than equal to
Mid 2.
mid M2. I'll just write. Okay. In the second bin, you will keep all the female students who are satisfying this particular condition. Line number 11.
Okay.
For third bin, line number 14, and fourth bin, line number 17. And now you have to basically in question number 5, you have to tell how many cards or students are there in bin A, and in bin B, and then in C you have to say. Is it clear?
Okay, sir. Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Any other doubt?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I want to know about something string and character. Sir, my question is, can we add a string to a character?
Can you add a string to a character? So a string is basically multiple characters, right? So let's say str, I'll just write, and character is some single character. Okay. Now this one depends on the programming language. Okay. For Python, it will work. In CT, we have defined two separate things, two separate data types. So in theory, you shouldn't do that because they are two separate things. But in some languages like Python, there is no concept of character there. Okay. So this and this gets treated as a string, and then you can add them.
Sir, in our pseudocode language, sir, basically characters are in a single inverted comma and the strings are in double inverted comma. So suppose I have to make a word like apples. So if there is a word apple in double inverted comma and we write apple into double inverted comma plus a s in single inverted comma. So will it turn into apples into a double inverted comma string?
So apple is basically a string, and there you are suppose trying to attach some character. As per the pseudocode that we are using, these should be addable. Okay. Yeah, you can add them. Okay, you can add them. And in the exam, we won't ask these type of questions. So for now, you can just keep in mind that you can add these. But later, if you find some programming languages where these two data types are different, there you can't add these things. Okay, but for now, you can assume that these are addable.
Okay, sir. That's why I asked whether a character or and a string can be added or not.
Yeah, I got your question.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Any other doubt?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, can you open the mock test question number 2?
Mock test question number 2 we solved just now. Okay, let me open that. Did you join late?
Yes, sir.
We solved the whole paper just now. Question number 2. Yeah.
So why the A option is wrong? I was confused in both option A and B.
Why do you think it is correct?
Sir, it says assigned to, two assigned to two, or, and they have given an or option, right? Or operator.
Yeah.
So this should be true, right?
When the interpreters start evaluating these things, they start from this to this. So it will see that 2. Okay, 2 is a valid thing. Then it will
Yes.
say this. It will say this is also valid. Okay. Then it will see 2 again. Then it will see the whole thing and it will say this is not valid. Why? Because you are trying to assign 2 to 2, which is not possible. You can assign to a variable, you can't assign to an integer.
Okay, so if we have two equals to that, so that will be true, right?
Could you
Must be
repeat that?
must if we have must be an operator like two equals to, like in the
I
second
didn't
in
get you.
this like in the second option,
Yeah.
if we instead of and we have or operator.
Even in that case, this will be true, no? Sorry, not true. Like
False,
this
sir.
is valid. I meant this is valid. This one is invalid because 2 is equal to 2. It is trying to do. That is assignment, so it is invalid. But this one is false because of this part. But this particular thing is a valid expression, right? The first one is invalid expression.
Yes, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, when we will get 22 in just, I mean, when it is 2 plus 2, it is invalid. I mean, in D, column number 1 in D, it will be invalid, right? Because one is integer and one is character.
Yeah, this is invalid.
So, sir, when will we get 22 if we want an answer as 22?
This will give 22.
Equal to 22.
And similarly, we will get 4 when we remove the inverted commas, right? Sir?
Yeah, 2 plus 2 in integer form is 4. Right?
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, for the
1
first
second.
question,
Let me
the
plug in. 1 second. Yeah, tell me.
sir, for the first question, the answer is option B, isn't it?
For the first one, the answer is option. This is invalid, no?
Sir, in first question.
Okay, question number first. Function. Some
Must
of
be, sir.
marks of male students from Chennai. Yeah, correct. Option B.
Sir, but my portal is saying that the answer is option D, last option.
That is incorrect. In your portal, it is showing incorrect. This one is
Yes,
the
sir.
correct one because we don't have
Yes, that
not
only I
operator.
also marked, but the portal only showing the expected answer is option D. So that only answer.
That is incorrect. That is incorrect.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any other doubt? Okay, I think there are no more doubts. I'll close the session and all the best for your exam tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
பிளான் லேப் லாப் ஆகி போச்சு தெரியுமா? மீட்டிங்கே முடிஞ்சு. என்னது மீட்டிங்கே முடிஞ்சு. என்னது மீட்டிங்கே முடிஞ்சுன்னு மீட்டிங் இருந்துச்சா? அது போட்டு நான் பேசுறது உனக்கு காது விழுந்தா இல்லையா? என்ன